Hey, we got another beautiful episode for y'all today. The sun is out, but
The sun is
I was
out.
about to say, this is like the first time we did it with the sun out in a minute.
Tay, I'm gonna need you to speak closer to the mic.
My bad, man. I ain't been here in a minute.
Yeah. I've been drinking since like 1 o'clock.
We didn't need to know that. We didn't need to know
I
that.
just want to put it out there. So if
How
I
you
say
feeling?
something silly and crazy, this is why
We're
I'm
not
faded.
editing it either. No edits.
No, it is. I'm faded.
No edits this episode. We going straight
edits.
through. So let's get to the first topic. The topic that's on everybody's list. All the YouTubers are pointing this out. There's been an indictment on a certain gang. I'm not even gonna say the gang,
I
but
know what it is.
it's a podcast that's been involved in it. People are all here talking on the podcast. Apparently, Big U, Bricc Baby, Luce Cannon, from the people that are well known on the internet. I'm not gonna say everybody else because they're not internet people. So these are the people that are on the internet. Big U's not even necessarily on the internet, but he was like the leading of the.
You got a social presence.
He has a social presence and a
Yeah.
presence in the entertainment industry.
Yeah, facts.
So what we know now, do we think that people shouldn't be talking on podcasts about their personal situations as far as like street things that are going on?
They should not. No. I've been saying it for a minute. Like, if you're involved in the streets and you're involved in anything that's going to get you some time in jail, it's certain shit you shouldn't be saying on the podcast. That's just me as a bystander outside looking in. Like, I shouldn't know the shit that y'all be doing in this gang culture. Like, I have no affiliation with this shit, so why the fuck do I know this shit? So I feel like, yes, it's going to bring you some type of notoriety to the masses, which can bring you money and all that extra shit. But it's like a sense of selling your soul, like, you feel me? But if you're looking for the greater good of shit, or the bigger picture, you feel me? It's stupid to me. To like
I understand that.
air your dirty laundry.
Airing your dirty laundry. Like, if I am murdering people, you should go on the podcast and talk about pimping people. Like, stop coming on the podcast. and
Or
just-
talk about something positive, like where you wouldn't even think,
Yeah,
like,
go on the other side of the
Yeah,
fucking
like,
no,
it's-
because
yeah.
okay, but on a podcast, you still got to entertain, and people still have their stigmas of who they are in the streets. But
But look, not to interrupt you, but look at AD, for example. We know AD for what he is. but
Yeah.
He always kept it copacetic. He
Yeah,
never
definitely.
did no out of this world shit
Yeah.
to get people to like him. People
Yeah.
just liked him because he was cool. I don't think that they should be talking about that. See, I think what the problem is, if people are bringing up their own life situations to get people who don't go through them situations ever in their life
yeah,
to go on their side or to be fans of them. Like, I seen a episode on No Jumper. We just gonna say fuck it. And Bricc was on there, and Bricc Baby was like, "I got more murders than you got fights," and it's like, bro.
So
In
it's-
hindsight, look what's going on now.
but to me, that's just a reflection of like the mental capacity that these people got. Because yeah, if you had the ability to talk about more shit, you would. But since you don't have the capability to talk about more, I'm only talk about what I'm really doing. It's like low hanging fruit because you know people are interested in this.
No,
but
but-
if I'm really doing this shit,
My fault, Bruce, I
why am I fucking? You feel
But
me?
people ain't know. These are people coming from the streets. So a lot
Exactly.
of these people not even used to even having people look at them like that. So I think they think in order for them to grasp these people who don't going through this lifestyle, but is like involved, like want to be involved with this lifestyle. Oh, let me give you my life story. So
Yeah.
you know you can
They're
live
gonna
through it
be-
Make me look-
vicariously.
Yeah.
that's cool on a surface level extent. Like, say, like when Bricc Baby first went on No Jumper, he done a lot of Vlad interviews. So when he first went on there, he could talk about a little bit of stuff surface level wise, but then go into honestly, I think Bricc Baby is cool. I think I fuck with his personality. Everybody likes him. You feel me? As far as beyond the street shit. So if you're talking about stuff that's not street shit, as far as interviewing people and just showing them another side of you, just like Nipsey, like you feel me? Like he was a street nigga, but when he passed away, everybody not necessarily talking about, oh, he was in the street doing all this.
Yeah,
and
not at
that.
all.
Stand for something else.
Yeah.
Like, so when you're on these podcasts and getting recorded, I feel like you should be speaking on things that you want people to know about you besides the street shit.
100%.
But that comes with like, okay, just back to what you saying, and you saying like when you come from the streets and you come from the trenches like that, you don't feel worthy enough. You feel me? So when you say something that captures everybody's attention, you feel like you gotta keep capturing everybody's attention to feel worthy.
But
you gotta keep speaking on that. You feel me? But if you really know who you are, yes, this got me up there, but I'm much more than this. You feel me? But it's hard for a lot of street
That's when you
niggas
gotta
or street
be.
people
You
to really,
gotta.
like,
You gotta be more intuitive. You feel me? Like
do,
when you see what's capturing. Of course, like I said in this in the podcast before. If somebody's fighting or arguing or talking about some crazy shit, like you feel me on some street shit, of course everybody that's on all the viewers are gonna look at it like, oh well, this is interesting because I don't live no part of this life, so I'm
Yeah.
looking at it. You're becoming a circus at that point.
No, facts.
And a lot of people get so
Facts.
involved in a circus from a bottom view, they can't see the top.
Yeah, I mean, a good example is Luce Cannon. Luce Cannon, I don't think Luce Cannon was used to having this much viewers and this much eyes on him. And you could see where he started taking it to an extent where he was actually digging himself in a bigger hole when he started talking about, I don't even want to get in specifics, but he was talking about situations that was in that federal indictment.
Yeah.
Involving like rappers, involving dispensaries.
But
even a whole fight outside of No Jumper. Like
Yeah.
I don't.
But see, that goes into.
Want me to keep it a beat, no? I don't think he would have did that outside of No Jumper if he would have known that it was going to get blasted on No Jumper.
No, but when you go into No Jumper and somebody like Adam, you be like, okay, he's not gonna come listen to me talk about like just on some regular chill shit. Well, maybe my wife might know about me or something. So let me come in and talk about all these stories because that's what's hot right now. So let me come in and talk about that. It's a good play, but you should come in and talk about that, but then come and talk about some other things.
I'm telling you right now, you shouldn't talk about that at all because
I don't
it's
think
real.
So. Yeah.
If it's really real,
that part, don't
talk about it.
Make
bro,
make some
shit
shit
I'd
up.
rather you just make some shit up, bro. Like,
On
shit. Me
this
and Puff Daddy robbed Mace.
Yeah,
like, bro, you know what I'm saying? Like, do something.
But
weird.
not even that though, because I feel like if you're a street nigga and you feel like ain't nobody gonna fuck with me, then that means you could talk about topics with no remorse. You feel me?
No.
So if it's
that's where it goes wrong.
No. Because look, it's not about street niggas. It's about the
police.
Feds. Yeah, it's about the feds.
yeah, no, but I'm saying, okay, say Luce Cannon, right?
Yeah.
Luce Cannon don't really care about who's looking for him or who's about to do anything to him. So if the topic is about these two people that are maybe street people, you can give an unfiltered response to the topic.
Facts. That's 100%.
Then you won't care. You
But I
feel
think what I think what it was instead of giving a response, he was involving himself.
it was his situation.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. You can't really. I think that's the downfall of LA podcasting. They're involving themselves and they're making it their situation. Me, you, and you could be talking about, oh, such and such got robbed in Miami, and then one of them will come out, yeah, I seen him in LA. I booked him.
Yeah.
And then that ends up being your downfall in hindsight because now look at the paperwork.
If I was somebody that was really out here in these streets and I came on a podcast, I would not be telling
Me.
what I did.
That's me.
Out here. And I don't feel like you say any like.
I don't say
you
nothing. Listen, I
feel
don't
me?
say nothing about what I've seen from other people do. I don't say nothing about what I've done.
That's
what
how
I
it should
am going
be.
to do is I'm gonna reply to anybody talking to me. I'm not gonna tell you I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna say we can fight.
Yeah.
But
And
I'm
that's-
not gonna say no extra shit.
And if you know you in the streets and you know you about to be on a podcast or on a platform where you about to be heard by masses
Exactly.
that could end up publicly indicting you,
Exactly.
I wouldn't be saying shit factual.
Because if you seen the last one I seen with them, obviously was with them two sitting in front of each other,
Yeah.
Bricc and Luce. And
It's crazy that was the last one too.
yeah, I mean, I personally think the feds seen that them was being cool and it's like, all right, bet they ain't finna do nothing else. Let's wrap it up and just get them out of here. But even at that podcast, right then and there, it was a lot of stuff that was said, and I was like, "Oh, like, why are they saying this?" I mean, and even I'm not even gonna say his name, but old boy who I had a problem with,
Yeah.
he started flashing shit that he never flashed before on camera, and it's like, you trying to make a point right now, but your point that you're trying to make is being watched by other eyes.
It's not the point to make on camera.
It's not, bro.
not the point. That
It's
should have
not.
been flashed when you was outside in the
before he
lobby
came
area.
in, you know what I'm
feel me?
saying?
Like, and even on top of that, if you feel like you got to show that with somebody sitting across from you in a small room,
Y'all shouldn't be.
you
in that
might
room.
shouldn't be in it.
Yeah,
I know you say they say Bricc Baby met up with him and stuff
shouldn't
like
be in
that.
that-
Then
y'all
y'all shouldn't be in the
that
same room. If
bro.
you feel like it's gonna be one of those cowboy shootouts or something like that,
Cause like,
you shouldn't be in the same room.
bro. Cause first and foremost, he was punking him the whole podcast. He was saying some crazy shit like "shut up, I'll beat you up with woo." But what if he would have just reached over and smacked him in his mouth? What you was gonna let off?
Nah,
Yeah,
he
what
wasn't
you-
doing that.
And I know he
wasn't
wasn't. So
gonna do
it would have been an embarrassing moment.
yeah.
Cause we seen a situation with him having something, and one of our peoples that I'm familiar with choked him out still. And I'm not trying to just bring that up to like being an asshole or nothing, but I'm bringing it up to be a lesson.
Yeah.
Protect yourself and protect your aura. That means if somebody that you feel threatened with and you feel like you got to get violent with, because nobody want to go to jail.
Yeah, exactly.
So if you feel like that's what you got to do to protect yourself, then just stay away from me.
And I'm gonna say this too. You feel me? We've been in No Jumper a couple times. Did we get patted down?
Nope.
Nah.
Did anybody get checked for anything?
Nothing.
We
Right-
walked
right
straight
in.
in that motherfucker.
Straight in.
So
honestly.
these people, even the people that are in the offices and stuff, these people ain't got nothing to do with no street shit. So when you y'all need to be more prepared. I don't know how it is when they come, but all these other people come. There's some street niggas that come.
Same way they just walking in.
But if they walk, just seeing how Bricc Baby flash and shit, you feel me? Like if people are walking in hostile situations with their guns on them, you need to be careful.
You got to think about us. When we walked in that last time when I went on my big rant, they should have patted me down.
Yeah.
Because you wouldn't know what I would have brought. You don't even know how I would have reacted. I could have got on y'all asses.
Yeah.
But we walked in scotch clean free.
That's
nothing.
Yeah.
I didn't get double take.
When
the door was wide open.
Walk right in.
When we first went there, I'm thinking it's gonna be like a metal detector.
Yeah, and remember they talking about security and stuff.
I ain't seen no. It's just free reign. We just walked into a building.
It was
We could have had a.
It's like walking. It's like walking into Starbucks.
Right.
We walked in. There was porn stars taking pictures.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm like, I fuck with Adam too to a certain extent. You feel me? He cool. He seemed cool, but you got your wife in there. You got porn stars in there.
I don't even want to talk about it, but he had something that was very precious in his life in that office before when I walked to that bathroom and I looked him dead in his face. Remember that time I went and I was like, I seen him when he left.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I'm just going to put it like this. It's a very safe environment when you don't have the upper hand of safety. And
Yeah.
I don't think that they had the upper hand of safety. Honestly, I really don't think that they care.
They probably don't.
But if some shit happened, it's out of his hands. You feel me? It's out of his hands. It's like it's beyond control. You got a hostile environment. You got people coming in with shit on them.
And like I said too, it's not his fault. It's
Who?
their fault.
Who's?
It's not Adam's fault.
Oh no,
it's the people.
Nah,
their
it's not.
fault, bro.
It's
like,
definitely not.
That's gonna be a follow up question for me.
I seen an interview with Adam and X4. And Adam specifically said, "Yeah, so it was something about you
And
having
bro
a
was
big
quiet,
shootout."
like-
And he just looked at him. He's a smart man.
That's how he's supposed to. That's how he's supposed to move.
And I'm gonna keep it a beam. With him doing that, it makes the viewers automatically think that he did something. Don't get me wrong.
But they don't know.
But
It's
they
still
don't
up
know.
for
yeah,
questioning.
it's all speculation at that point.
You can't use this in something
Yeah.
an indictment.
It's all
And
speculation.
it's better that than any words being said
Yeah,
after
exactly.
that. You feel me?
If you want to keep yourself mysterious and keep yourself in that conversation, but also keep it out the conversation, do what he did.
Yeah, just be quiet.
Just don't say nothing. Especially if there's
Well
some real
played,
shit
well
going on
played.
in the streets. Don't
Yeah.
say nothing. I'm not no street nigga, but like it's just fucking rocket science to not say anything or even want to be
100%.
asked those questions or maybe have a discussion with him before you even walk into the room. You know, it's a long lobby when you walk in there. You feel me? Like, hey, you know, I don't want to do this. Even if he try, you can just duck it.
And even if he doesn't, exactly, just duck it, bro. You know, us as black men sitting on that platform, we gotta understand that our life is more in jeopardy than his.
Yeah.
And this whole shit is new to me because of course we all grew up in the hood and shit. And the way I seen like hood niggas or gangbangers move is like they like to talk for sure. Within their circle they like to talk. But this is all new for me where motherfuckers are getting on camera and talking and letting the outside people be into this conversation. Like you really had to be a part of the circle to know what the fuck was going on. If you wasn't part of the circle, you really you know what's going on just based off of observation, but you're not hearing it from the words of these
I don't know if
motherfuckers.
y'all remember, but we kind of had this conversation with Flacco, and Flacco kind of made a valid point. He said that's where podcasting went.
Yeah.
Podcasting evolved from, well, at least that podcast evolved from music to gang politics,
Yeah.
and that's where the numbers is coming from.
Yeah.
And even though the way he said it to us, it was pitched as like a good idea. We're seeing how it's really a bad idea.
Yeah.
At the end
And
of
we've been peeping this shit for a minute. I'm like, oh, this is gonna end up being bad.
Man, bro, I got a little bladder. I'll be back.
Nah, but at the end of the day, it's still a bad idea because even if you are the person answering those questions, consistently answer those questions, even after this. If y'all they continue to do this and keep asking people questions and want to be the mediator between a crazy question and an answer, it's eventually gonna fall back on you. You feel me? It's just gonna be like a domino effect where it may not have hit you on the first domino, second, third, or maybe even the 20th, but that last domino gonna hit your ass.
Because the feds is always watching, the police is listening, and they make it way easier when they can just press play on the motherfucking TikTok or IG. And you
Yes.
just, even the setup, like, you feel me? I think it's Vlad setup or Capone setup. The setup is like an interrogation room.
It is. It is
you
like
feel
an
me?
interrogation.
It's just one person by himself with the lights on and the camera. Like, go ahead, speak. Like, that alone would make me nervous. Like, all right, what questions you going to ask me and how I'm going to answer these questions that you ask me if I want to answer them at all.
Yeah, like it's definitely an interrogation, but at the same time, I'm not blaming no media platform, no Jumper, Vlad, academics.
No, I don't blame that. I don't blame them.
I'm not blaming nobody for somebody sitting there talking about what they going through in
Yeah.
the streets.
No, I'm gonna blame the people that want to. I ain't blaming nobody. You want to talk? Hey, say what you want to say, but whatever come with it, hey, accept it.
You have to accept it.
Accept what
But
come with that.
if you're doing some illegal shit, don't do that shit.
Yeah.
That's just all I got to say about that. You feel me? I feel like it's just we not about to get too far into the whole case and all that and
facts.
what's going on. I'm not.
Man, go back. We gotta go back to old politics, old street codes, bro. Shut the fuck up if something bad happened. Don't say nothing. Act like you don't want to talk about it. See, I remember back in the days when I did something bad, I didn't want to talk about it because I was scared of the repercussions.
Right.
But now it seems like, oh yes,
I
They're
did
like,
this.
Yeah, like they get hyped up about it. I just don't know when that came from.
You know what it was though? I feel like there's in the past 10 years, a lot has been going on, right? So with these things happening, with time that's been going on by, people think like it's not like an indictment isn't gonna come to them. Like you feel me? I feel like the first person was Young Thug. That's all the way in Atlanta. People in LA not thinking like that. Like, oh well, you know, it's past. That was 3-4 years ago.
3
you feel
years,
me?
not
They
gonna
not
happen.
they not on that. These
They
niggas
watching.
is watching.
They watching.